Conley, the veteran. Chris Finch has a group that should be able to move off of that 42-40 season last.
We're hopefully get a chance to see Shake Milton, Troy Brown Jr. coming in, moving off of Taurean Prince and Austin Rivers, and so it's because you need to, and then it's a factor too of what schemes you're working on, what system you're fitting in. Guys understand it, you know, the language of how they're playing, communication part of it. Talking about that's understandable. Last season, you know, they're bottom 5, bottom 6 defense in the league. They're 6th in their offensive rating. You've got from that last season, he was taking almost 11 trips to the line per game, and that's tough in putting stress and pressure on opposing defense. They shot the 3-point ball, both the volume and the efficiency of it. Isn't even a part of being in the play-in tournament at the end of the season. We've got a lot of is a very, very challenging Western Conference.
Williams is a little bit off, but he also said, I can't wait to get to Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. Conley.
Chris Finch. We talked about, we saw Jason Kidd over there, but both of these coaches and just what they're trying to work. And that's, you know, it's a part of the preseason of the focus and emphasis on each side.
Dallas does not have a
on the defensive side. See Luka right there. He just, so interesting to watch in his progression now in his 4th year here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's strong on defense. He continues to try and improve offensively.
To lead everybody.
You see Doncic, yeah. And Doncic just turning the slippery. 6'9". He's wiry. He's quick twitch. He can slash. He's coming off a career year, though.
Alexander Walker, who's hit a couple of threes in this
offseason. He has been a fan favorite and an important factor for Minnesota. You think about last season all the time. Take a look at this. He gets tripped up as he's coming around, gets one defender on his back. He'll be able to get off a shot wherever he wants.
How about the fact that Luka gets Real Madrid in Madrid next week on Tuesday? That'll mark 30.
You see how active and explosive he can be, and sometimes it's just about
there for Minnesota. And there's a new face to the Timberwolves, Shake Milton, coming over from Philadelphia.
With Philadelphia, and you know he can get to the basket, he can score, he's good.
T-Wolves fans will like that. It's Doncic a little bit long. Final seconds of the quarter, and that'll do it. A turnover here to start the second quarter. Minnesota on the...
Really enthusiastic about the camp that he's had so far.
Kyrie gives it off with 1 on the shot clock. That one a little bit off. Extra opportunity. Lively was set back. Last year hitting that thrilling game winner for the Mavs in a win at the Curry. Now here's Kyrie. Kyrie Irving.
With Luka, with Kyrie, sometimes too throughout the course of a game, you're staggering. It's end the game situations. A free agent re-signs in Dallas after getting traded there middle of last season.
Look, Sarah, you played. You get this feeling. You said you can feel the vibe when you're around here, and there. Watch that happen. Watch that happen.
Team and the injury to Karl Anthony Towns, or just the moving pieces of the hope. That's the expectation for both of these sides.
One of the stories that
all of that, and I think sometimes the eye-opening experience when you're seeing the best of the best across the league or some of the top-tier players, that matters. Experience, all of those factors.
How does Kyrie do that to the court?
On the court, but in his personality is something that Portland is very excited about. Goes without saying in the NBA, especially as of late, with all the trades and movement. And that's why we talk about it, to put in systems and working with the personnel that you have at that time of year. And Dallas is getting lost on some of their switches, the movement and slashing ability. They're getting hit on screens and the lack of communication. You see there, though, that time it's Minnesota on one.
Luka is looking to make a connection there, but Minnesota often about McDaniels.
That's the 15th.
I am not the first to say it, and I certainly won't be the last, and you could see why.
Another stop for Minnesota. Their defense has been engaged. Alexander Walker sends it to the... He's unconscious right now.
A lot of what he did, though, was operate inside, see the ball go through.
There's a block by Lively. He was a top freshman in college basketball in rejections.
1-1. off the break. But again, interested to see his ball in his hands, looking to get a shot off.
Luka with 2.8. Luka Doncic at the buzzer. Dallas Mavericks 49 at the half. Second half action just second.
Their ability to get to the paint, the slashing, and also knocking down some.
Right hamstring soreness, nothing too serious, but he has not appeared in this game. Was ruled questionable initially. Derrick Jones Jr., Mike Miles Jr., we also have not to play again Saturday at noon on NBA TV. Third quarter. Hardy. And now we saw him put up those 25 points. Now here's Cat with 22. Carl Anthony.
Shots of space, it opens up the floor quite a bit and allows him to get to the paint. So the year, trades were made, in season, and bringing over Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards in those 5 games to average close to 32 points per game, 5 rebounds over 5. Knowing the coaching staff and having that type of finds his bigs is something that he is so proficient at.
Shot clock down to 8, and Gobert sends that back to Minnesota.
There he is, 3-time defensive player of the year. His ability to protect the rim, protect the paint.
Oh, nice steal. Hardy with the give off and a two-hand.
And of course, Kyrie Irving comes over, but the time that you were looking at Spencer's like a Hardy.
The giveaway, here's Green. Marquise Morris, cash.
Games in the introduction, not just of the current players, former players, and also what the junior NBA does to reach the youth.
Mavericks. Dallas within a dozen. They haven't been this close since early in the game, and one. Jaden Hardy.
It's been an uptick in the tempo and the pace they're playing at, not just in the full court, but in the half court. A balance.
Jordan McLaughlin just checking in. Paul.
Round the third.
Nas Reed gives it off to Anderson. Anderson. Hardy with a head of steam. Kicks to the corner. Oh, count that in the foul from the corner.
Drive and kick game has been working well for Dallas. Excellent job there. So obviously the shot goes through here for Lawson, but once again, Jaden Hardy has been impressive. Looking to score, how he was attacking all 3 levels on the floor, and now does a nice job in this third quarter of pushing the pace, getting some fast break looks. Yeah, Milton definitely getting underneath his.
Jaden Mavericks in 2022. In Nevada before taking the NBA G League Ignite route. Reed. Nas Reed with great maneuver.
That's not just in getting points off turnovers, but also trying to speed you up a little bit.
Oh, little ankle break. Here's Jordan Walker. There it started with a great delivery by Green. Now Garza with some muscle. Luka, Wolves' second-round draft pick from G League Ignite. Now Garza, he sticks.
What it looks like with both him and Rudy Gobert on the floor, but Jaden McDaniels is someone whose name had come up a lot.
East camp on the other side of this matchup right now. A couple of Hawkeyes. Garza's second effort.
Optimism here on both sides for that.
The Minnesota Timberwolves starts the preseason with a win.